folks, Derek Giddings here from the HK Shooting Team. I want to take a quick moment to show you what you should have in your spare parts bag to keep your MP5 or SP5 up and running all through the 2021 shooting season. This information will also apply for your K variants or the SD variant. So stand by and let's see what you should have in your spare parts bag.
Okay, so first we'll start with probably the two most important things, just to keep a spare or several spares of these on hand. But I've found through the years it's always been good to have some extractors, even though I can't really say I've ever worn one down, but I've fixed other people's guns where they've had some chips on the leading edges and they needed to be replaced. So it's always good to keep a few extractors in your spare parts kit, and more importantly, keep lots of extractor springs, because this is the weak link on any of the MP5 variants. They wear. When they get loose, that can be your place for malfunctions. And, in the event you were running some, yucky ammunition and had a malfunction, or if you have an out-of-spec gun and you're getting some malfunctions, out-of-spec clone, obviously, these will bend and wear and get sloppy and then cause all kinds of problems, and they'll need to be changed. So if you have a bad malfunction, pretty much buy yourself some insurance and replace the extractor spring. Keep lots of those. Moving on, it's always good to keep some extra ejector levers, because depending how much you shoot, if you shoot full auto or you shoot a lot, these will wear. So ejector levers and the ejector lever spring, the spring's not in this little thing I want to show you here, but the ejector levers and ejector lever springs, it's always good to keep a spare ejector lever or two in your kit. And it's also always good to keep some of the hammer springs. One or two in a good enthusiast kit is always a smart move, especially if you're moving packs around guns, or if you just shoot your gun a lot over time. That may be something that needs replacement. Not a super high need item, but just a good one to have. Definitely have one or two of those as extras. Now, as we move on, depending what type of bolt group and bolt head you have, it's going to be very important to have some spare roller retainer plates. And if you've watched my videos, you've actually seen me replace one where it broke. So depending on what type of bolt head, if you have the original bolt head, the roller plate looks like this. If you had the next variant of the MP5 bolt head, the Action 3, you'll see it looks like this little coil right here. Okay, that's the roller retainer plate, and they can break, and you saw me replace that in one of my other videos. And then, of course, if you've got the newer style F bolt head that comes in the SP5, or if you bought a MP5F parts kit and had a build done, you'll need the F roller holder. Of course, these are more durable, or the most durable of all of them, because they had to meet a more stringent contract. But all of these are wear points, and they can break. The gun will still function with a broken roller holder, so that's not going to put you down, but you don't want a broken part in there. So figure out what bolt head you've got, or take the rollers out and look and see what your retainer plate looks like, and then order spares and keep them in your spare parts bag. And then finally, just for kind of what we'd say the basic necessities, or the things that every enthusiast should have, it's always good to keep just your basic 100-degree for the full-size MP5 gun, MP5 SD, or of course this is standard now in the PDW when you're not shooting subsonic rounds suppressed. But it's always good to have a spare locking piece. And why is that? Because again, depending how much you shoot or how much your bolt gap can change if you shoot a lot, this may be a point that wears, and you can get your bolt gap back into alignment via putting a new locking piece in there. So it's always good to have one of these in the bag, because again, locking pieces do wear, and something that you want. So again, we'll just do a little flyover here. But these are just some of what I would call the enthusiast basics that you definitely want to have in your spare parts kit. So extractor, tons of extractor springs, ejector lever and ejector lever spring for sure. It's always good to keep maybe at least, depending how many guns you have, one or two hammer springs. as we go into here, figure out what bolt head you have, whether it's the original, the Action 3, or the new updated F, and get lots of roller holders. I say lots, you know, again, depending how much you shoot, I would say having 5 roller holders is a minimum for whatever gun you have if you actually use your gun more than shoot 50 rounds through it during the lifetime. And then, of course, have at least one spare locking piece on hand because, again, that is a wear point and something you want. So these are the things you want in your bag and keep you up and running. Hope you enjoyed the basics. That shouldn't cost you too much, but if you're an enthusiast, you need to have some of the basic maintenance stuff. Okay? Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.